Hello, my fellow sneakerheads. This is Sneaker Resident Benjamin Scott. Welcome to a brand new episode of Sneaker Jamz 2019. And on today's episode, I have two special guests who are with me right now. This is Soulo and Natalia Marie, and both of them are also husband and wife.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys for coming.
Thank you
Thank
for
you,
having us,
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Absolute pleasure.
No problem, no problem. You guys did great at the Live Out Loud Charity Fashion Show.
Mhm.
It was awesome. Everybody was packed. What was that experience?
That experience was great for me as an artist because I always wanted to give back through my music, and that was like the first opportunity I ever had to actually do so. So for me, it's a big step in the right direction as an artist. It's a big step in the right direction as it pertains to working with different people, and we got this interview set up from it. So I think it's great. I think it's all moving in the right direction.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
How about you, Natalia?
Well, as we were saying a little bit before we got on camera, that even though the event was a week ago, it feels like it was yesterday in terms of how much excitement there still is online with social media. So in terms of satisfaction as a business person, as a designer, as someone who's building a movement, it's really satisfying to see so many people getting on board with the multifaceted energy that we're building with Live Out Loud Charity. When we did the show a year ago, we were very excited and very proud of our work and so honored to be a part of the network. We also were exhausted after the show and thinking about how we could make it go better, and everything that we needed happened for us in the show in terms of being fully supported and getting to show other people off and being shown off by the organization as well. It felt great. It felt great.
Cool. Very,
Well,
very.
you were modeling too, right?
Yes, I was modeling too.
How was it for you, Benjamin? We're gonna interview you and ask you a question.
Well, guys,
Same
I
question.
too, had a great experience to be on the runway, walk for B-Boy designing. It was so much fun, and everybody was packed. Everybody was cheering for me as well. So it's fun. It's absolutely fun, and great to work with my old friends and new friends, including these two right here. It's absolutely fun. And of course, I got a chance to wear my Jordan 3s when I was walking for B-Boy designings. It was so much fun, no doubt. Okay, so tell me, what are y'all been up to? What kind of projects y'all doing right now?
So right now, we got the birthday song 2019. It's gonna hit very, very soon. We haven't decided a release date yet, but we just been trying to plan a big party for all the models and everybody that was at LOLC and everybody that we work with through LOLC. We want to plan a big party, and we want to do it big, you know what I mean? And we want to celebrate the birthday song and get a video shot with those people, you know what I mean? With the people that we've been working with the models and the network, the new network that we've been working with. And so that's one of the things that's on the horizon for us. The song is already done. It's already been mixed, it's already been mastered, it's ready to go. So we just really just trying to see where we're going to shoot the video at, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And we believe in the song because even at the show, no one had ever heard the song, but they were cheering. I mean, it was sporadic cheers throughout the entire song, and then when Product Maker came on stage, it just kind of went bananas for a second. I was just like, dang, they really love this song, especially her part. So we just believe in it, man, and we've been believing in, what we've been doing for a long time, and I think that we've been putting on our own productions as artists. I got a tune called I Want It All that's out. We put it out on my birthday, which was July 18th. My official birthday was July 18th. We put that out. Natalia did the video production on it. I did the editing, and it's a fantastic piece. Also, we have Take a Picture out already, which is all over the internet as well. But with this one, we want to take it to another level by working with everybody at LOLC and celebrating with everybody at LOLC. For me as an artist in particular, like I've never really enjoyed my birthday. So like on that day when I released the song I Want It All, I really didn't have fun on that day. Like I sat in the bed all day editing, and then once I got done editing the video, I put it out, you know what I mean? And then I was checking for people's responses and emailing it to people and making sure that everybody could get their hands on it. When really, I think that the birthday should be about fun, you know what I mean? And about just the recollection of the past years and the past year, and just, it's a milestone for everyone. And I think that the birthday celebration song 2019 is going to be that for everyone. It can be something where we can all look back and just say, man, I'm a year older, I'm a year wiser. I've been through a lot. I made some mistakes, but I grew a lot. So many people gave up on me a long time ago, but they going to come back around because we blowing now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just think, I believe in my heart that, everybody, wants to enjoy their birthdays, but maybe they don't have the right song, or maybe they don't have the right energy, or maybe they don't have the right people around them. And we want to bring our celebration to everyone in the world. So in order to do that, I feel like we need everybody to celebrate with us. And with that celebration, we can bring it to everybody. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Everyone in the world in 2019. So we calling it Birthday Song 2019. And like I said, I just really, really believe in the project. I really believe in the power of love through music. I think that a lot of artists are doing different party themes, and there's nothing wrong with their party themes, but I feel like, if we're gonna celebrate, let's celebrate something that's real, you know what I mean? Absolutely. Which is becoming older, which is becoming wiser, which is becoming, learning from your mistakes, which is being celebratory of life in general. You know what I mean? I think a lot of the time we don't get to celebrate because we on the run so much, and we on the go, but this is my stop and celebrate song. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your song is gonna be so awesome for 2019. I bet you it'll go #1. Maybe you might win a Grammy someday.
I think we will win a Grammy,
That's our
Benjamin.
plan, Benjamin.
We
Thank
really,
you for
really
saying
believing
that
in this thing,
and speaking
man.
it into existence.
We really, really believe in this thing. I can't tell you, like I haven't been able to sleep. You know what I mean? Like it's been so many sleepless nights. Natalia will tell you I just pace because the song is done.
Yeah.
And last night we had the little speaker in our bed, just listening to it over and over and over. And usually when I create any kind of song or any kind of piece, I hit a wall with it, and I'm just like, well, no, it can't be viral. It can't really go. Mentally we run into those kind of challenges because how can you have a song with a message that can reach everyone in the world? And that's always been the constant challenge with writing music. But with this one, I feel no inhibition. I feel like nothing can really hold us back except ourselves. You know what I mean? And we won't allow that. So, and LOC's been such a big part of that because it was just such a confidence booster for me to actually get on stage, on a real, actual, beautiful stage and perform it. You know what I mean? I don't mean to take over, but this is just what I have to say.
Okay.
It was a beautiful thing for me to actually get on stage and perform it and see the responses of people. I'm very, very,
Blessed.
I'm blessed, but I'm a hard worker, and I'm a very tough critic even on myself. You know what I mean? So initially when I seen the footage, I was like, I don't want to see the footage.
Right.
But when Natalia brought it back to me, it was just like, wow, people really responded to this, and they have never heard this piece.
Wow.
So I feel like when we get that production done and it's done in a very, very powerful way, and we connect with everybody, I think it's really going to be a powerful thing. And you're going to be there too, Ben.
Absolutely.
You're definitely going to be there.
Yep, I will be there for Soulo and Natalia. If I do recall, there is some breaking news that the Backstreet Boys are nominated for a Grammy for their song called Don't Go Breaking My Heart for Best Duo or Group Performance. Ever since DNA will be coming out this January 2019, it's been a long time coming. I was waiting so much for the Backstreet Boys to win their first Grammy.
I didn't know the Backstreet Boys didn't have a Grammy.
Right.
They never had a Grammy ever since their album Millennium was released. They haven't won it ever since. And this is 2019's their time. Of course, not only is your time, not only is her time, but it's also my time.
Yes,
it's also
it is.
everybody else's time. So guys, make sure y'all plan your New Year's resolution because the future is going to be bright for everybody.
Yes, it is.
So,
You got to take my Benjamin pose for a moment in solidarity.
thank you. Thank you for that.
Yes.
So, let me see. you brought your sneakers.
Yes.
You used them for your performances.
Yes,
Like
yes.
like the one back at the Live Out Loud Charity. Tell us
Yes.
about it.
So these are my Jordan 12 Chinese New Year's. These came out last year.
Give me one from
They came out last year.
you got those in 2016.
Yeah, but they were Chinese New Year's 2017.
Oh,
So yeah, basically
okay.
they came out in January of last year, and they're the only like Jordans that I've really bought and kept. I was buying and selling Jordans, for a brief stint, and I like these so much because they remind me of my childhood. I had a pair of these same colorway of shoes, but they weren't the Chinese New Year's when I was a child. And my mother Teresa bought them for us, and we had them for a full season because we didn't get Jordans every season, obviously. And we had 8 of us that lived in the house, so if mom bought Jordans for 8 of us every season, she'd be out of thousands of dollars. So it wasn't like, we had a crazy rich upbringing, but my mom did always around Christmas try to buy us nice shoes, and these were this colorway was like one of the colorways that she bought us, and we took very, very good care of the shoes. As you can see, I try to take care of these, so they're still kind of sparkly, even though I've had them almost 2 years now. And I use them to perform in, and I use them because they're comfortable. Like, I like Jordans, you know what I'm saying? I grew up wearing Jordans, and so yeah.
Have you thought about getting some new Jordans, like Jordan 1s to the Jordan 13s and many more for your performances and your solo career?
Well, I see me as a performer and as a singer-songwriter. Like, I don't really want to rock any other brands in the future. Like, I want to create my own shoes. I want to create my own kind of way. Kanye did it, obviously, with the whole Yeezy Boost thing, and I've had a few pair of those and sold a few pair of those, and those are great, you know what I mean? But I kind of want to do the same kind of similar thing. I want to create something that is my own, you know what I mean? Jordan brand is great, and we all grew up on
Solo
Jordan.
saying this for the first time ever on Benjamin Scott's show, Sneaker Jamz. I've never even heard him say that.
Yeah, I definitely want to have my own, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I think that we're all used for inspiration, and we all should use our inspiration to inspire people even more. So when people wear your shoes, like when they wear the Jordans, they feel like they can fly. I want people to feel like they can do things that they never thought they could do because they're wearing my brand or wearing my sneaker, you know what I mean? And for those of you who don't know my background, like, obviously, like, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, so that's why I wouldn't even charge $200 for my shoes, you know what I mean?
Right.
40, $50 is good enough for me, you know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with that.
And at the end of the day, like, I want everything to be, I want my shoes and my brand to be affordable to people because growing up, like I didn't have everything, you know what I mean? I didn't have, mama couldn't afford to buy me Jordans all the time, you know what I mean? And and like for me, I just always wanted to be able to inspire people with my life, and so maybe somewhere along the line next year I'll have my own shoe line, you know what I mean? It's possible. Everything's possible, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Anything is possible. And to tell y'all the truth, y'all, you can still wear your casual sneakers anytime you want to go out on a date or hang out with your friends, or if you want to wear something casual or maybe a little bit dressed up, make sure you wear your casual sneakers because casual sneakers are still the best in the fashion industry.
Yes, it is.
Hell, I still wear them.
Right. What do you got on today, Ben? Show us what you got on.
Well,
Take off one of them shoes and show us, man.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, we want to see what you got on. What you rocking?
All right. Let me take off a shoe. This is my first time, folks, on Sneaker Jam, so you get a chance to see. So let me take this off here. I am wearing my AJKOs.
Hey.
These are the Shadow.
I love the canvas texture.
Yeah, that was lit.
Yeah.
That was
Yep.
lit.
It is very lit. It is also dope. And I like these shoes. I've been looking for these bad boys. So you'll get a chance to see me wear more of these every single day. You know what I'm saying? I know I do. I know they do as well. So Natalia, you also into fashion. What kind of designs you brought us today?
Well, I'm going to intersect with your theme first, Benjamin.
Okay.
I don't have Jordans on, but I'm going to show y'all the first pair of shoes I bought this past week in the last 2.5 years.
let's see.
Have not bought shoes in 2.5 years, my dears.
Wow.
But I bought these. I'm very excited about them. I meant to bring my only 2 pairs of high heels that I own, Benjamin, but I didn't do that. But I think that when people hear that I'm a fashion designer, or when they hear that I model for my line, they
Okay.
assume that I have a massive collection of shoes. And getting to know a lot of the models through Live Out Loud Charity, a lot of them are posting their high heel collections, and they'll easily have 25, 30 pairs of heels. And Solo and I both come from humble beginnings, and we also really are our first and only primary investors in our businesses and brands. So, there are many niceties that other people may invest in that we throw right back into our brand. So I'm running a whole fashion line off 2 pairs of heels, a black pair and a pink pair,
Cool.
which is almost unheard of, right? When I started my fashion line, it was all barefoot. I didn't even want people to feel like they needed to be contained within shoes.
Right.
Because especially for women, historically, shoes are a means of physical control, right? We put women into shoes that they can't get away in as easily, and then we call that attractive. So, I really use my brand as a platform to empower everyone, and because I understand the femme experience most, that's who I speak to first. But you've seen my brand grow more and include more men, and this year's show was the best representation of different aged men wearing my line in very creative ways, but also cohesively. So my fashion line is based entirely upon wraps that you can tie.
Okay.
So I have what I call a no-sew fashion line. So most fashion designers are, sewing zippers and making buttonholes and buying thread, and I grew up that way. My mother is also a textile artist, and when I was a young child, we had a small farm. She had like 100 rabbits, and she would comb their hair, spin the yarn, weave the fabric, dye the fabric, sew the clothing, everything. And all my childhood storybooks were about those kind of things too, right?
Okay.
And so to rebel, I refused to sew. I was very mad at my mom as a child, right? Because I would see dresses in magazines. Why aren't you making me that dress? Why aren't you making me that? And my sisters too, we would get very mad. We would feel like she, wasn't doing her motherly duty because she could make these clothes, but she wouldn't.
Right.
But, as a child, you don't understand everything else an adult has going on with their time. You don't understand how much even the fabric costs, right? Things like that.
Production of it.
Right, the whole production. And also, when I was a child, I didn't understand my mother as an artist either, right? And as an artist, I find very little joy in making replicas. Solo finds little joy in singing cover songs because we are artists who are inventors, innovators, and originators, right? We're really pushing the limits of whatever the public thinks the parameters are of our art form, and
Yes,
we're showing
indeed.
how intersectional we can be. That also means we can be really long-winded because the topics don't stop for us.
Right.
But we're really passionate about uplifting people through however we hit them. If it's through an interview, if it's through a song, if it is through how we show their beauty to the world through fashion, we're always working to uplift people. And LOLC has been a very special space for us to be able to talk about all of our mission and not have people roll their eyes or not think, oh, they're too crazy, or
I see.
right? Because other people
Yes.
also hold this vision in their hearts when they're part of Live Out Loud Charity. And Solo and I have experienced in so many realms: professional realms, family realms, social realms. People being like, who do they think they are? But we don't think who we are. We know who we are,
God's
and we
already
know who we need to be for this world, right? And so it's very exciting to be able to collaborate in these ways and what we're bringing to life now. And for me, it's really fun because I've made it clear over the past few years that I'm a phenomenal designer, that I'm a phenomenal business person, and that I happen to be a beautiful woman. But now I get to show them who I really am on stage, right? And bringing this song to life and bringing Dead Spade to life earlier this year are all really, it's really just kind of like giving people some appetizers as we roll out our bigger mission and hit them even harder.
I love your story. I seriously do. For me, my mission is for autism awareness because I'm showing everybody that it doesn't matter if you have autism or any kind of disability because we are human beings. We are proud of who we are. God given us the talent and we have a voice to speak to everybody out there in the community. So remember, you can make a difference because we can all be independent every day.
Yeah.
And I still use that same method, to spread the word throughout the community for autism awareness. And I'm going to do that in 2019. So you better be prepared because Benjamin Scott is going to be on the move, 100%.
Amen.
So guys, speaking of 2019, do y'all have any New Year's resolutions?
I don't do New Year's resolutions because I'm not trapped by time, Benjamin. People ask us, people ask me, how long did it take you to make this piece of art? Or how old are you? And I tell people, it's taken me my whole life to make this art because every piece is a culmination, right?
Okay.
I don't really think about time in the same way as other people do because I feel very timeless. And I have timeless work to bring into the world. But I do have a 2019 goal to bring to life, and it's something that I've just been speaking about publicly in the past few months. But Prana Maker, my brand, plans to break the world record for the world's largest tie-dye.
Wow,
and
that's awesome.
And it's going to be so awesome, and it's going to be very impactful. I've already used the pieces that you see me make fashion with. I've used them as banners in multiple public art pieces and protests, and wrapped homes, wrapped bridges, wrapped entire city blocks with my fabric already. And when I do this work, I call it community color therapy because it helps uplift the space and uplift who's interacting with that space. So I have a few different sayings around this public art that I do with wrapping with textiles.
Right.
I say that the rainbow reminds us that diversity unites us in beauty, and we are beautiful together as a disordered rainbow. And that's really how I describe the way that colors play visually throughout my pieces. And so I will be able to do multiple external art installations with the world record and be able to hit the way I've hit on one city block about 62 times. There's a Frank Lloyd Wright home in Wisconsin that Soulo and I wrapped, and we would do about if we hit the goal where I want to hit it, we would do 62 of those approximately. So the current world record is less than a mile.
Okay.
And it's about 5 feet wide.
Okay.
I plan to break the world record at 3.5 miles of length and 10 feet wide. So I want to own some space with my textiles and then walk those pieces in New York Fashion Week with Live Out Loud charity for the 10th annual fashion show fundraiser. That's the overall plan.
Sweetie, that is very, very awesome.
Yes,
And
it is.
You guys deserve to be in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yes, we
I
do.
know
She will be. We will be. We will be.
Because I know everybody want to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. I want to be in the Guinness Book of World Records as well. But I don't know what my world record is.
Well, maybe one day God is going to download it to you, and when He speaks it to you, you're going to know it. And maybe it involves something of what you're doing right now. You just never know. You know what I mean? Like for me as an artist, I don't really have a New Year's resolution. I just kind of want to keep doing what I'm doing, but just better and more. You know what I'm saying? So,
True.
and I just believe that the resources and everything is opening up for us to be able to do that. So, I don't really have a New Year's resolution. I'm just gonna keep being healthy as I can possibly be, and just working this music thing as much as possible, and working with Prana Maker, of course, because she's the love of my life. And she is she's the engine that makes everything run, for me as an artist. And she cooks for me, she does everything for me.
Nothing wrong with that.
She's a beautiful person, man, inside and out. And when I hear her talk about her world record, I know she's the person to do it, and a true person in her heart. You know what I mean? I can vouch because I live with her. Every single day she gets up with goodness. Every single day she has goodness on her heart, and she's crafted her goodness. You know what I mean? She's crafted.
Yeah.
Some people talk about being a great person, and therefore they have to have New Year's resolutions, you know, to be a better person in this arena or be better at that. But I feel like she, you know, is a person of true goodness. You know, someone who's been crafting that goodness all of these years, and so now it's just gonna be an explosion for her. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, Solo. You know, Solo and I have had to almost hide who we are from a lot of people because not everyone gets as excited as you, Benjamin. Not everyone is as open as the community of Live Out Loud Charity. And when you are holding something beautiful that you're bringing to life, it's like holding your baby. You don't want anybody who's sick coughing on your baby, right? I don't want anybody's bad attitude on my dreams, you know. But we are in a place where we're no longer speaking in fear or hiding who we are. You know, we've left aside obligations and situations
Jobs.
where we would have to hide ourselves. You know, Benjamin, I love to show people's beauty off, right?
Absolutely.
But when I was, say, a teacher, that was a problem, right? I couldn't have attractive photos of myself representing my line and not be undermined professionally. So it's taken, you know, me walking away from situations that seem very official and very stable.
Say jobs.
Oh, yeah, and jobs, right? You know, at Live Out Loud Charity, they spoke of this, you know, great statistic that I'm very proud of is that I've held over 40 professional titles, right? And, you know, I have a master's, I have several degrees. However, the backstory is kind of maybe darker about why I would have so many titles, and I'm not even 37 years old. But every job I have walked into, right, has not been right for me. It has become a space where I'm doing great work, I'm meeting all the goals, I'm leading, and people are jealous of me. And not only can I then not meet the professional goal in that sector, but I'm not able to meet these life goals, right? So many jobs I took on to say, okay, well, this is going to let me fund Prana Maker. This is going to let me reach more models. This is going to let me reach more videographers, right? But unfortunately, all of these jobs have been data points saying, yes, you are great, Natalia. Yes, your presence is desired, but this is not your mission. And so you will not be allowed to succeed in this space. You will be, you know, I would just spiral into such depression every time I would take on one of these new jobs, right? And the only way I could really save myself, Benjamin, was like immediately plotting my mini retirement. Like, okay, I'm gonna save money from this job, and then I'm gonna get away to Europe for 3 months. I'm gonna get away to Maui for 6 months. Gotta get away and hide to be Prana Maker. So now I'm not hiding, and it's only gonna get better.
Well, that is true, folks, because we have to open up. We can't hide any longer. It's time for us to spread our wings and fly like butterflies, changing from a caterpillar to, you know, to a full adult butterfly.
Amen to that.
Yeah, so remember that every day. You can crack out of that shell as much as you can. With God's strength, you can make it happen 100% every day. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show, and thank you for your amazing stories too. I'm looking forward to your new single coming out in 2019, and of course your biggest world record. You know, we can't wait to see it, no doubt.
Sir, Benjamin, we can't wait to come back on your show and talk about what
Amen
we've
to
made
that.
happen.
Absolutely.
Any final statements you want to hit them with?
Thank you for having us, Ben. That's what I want to hit them with.
No
We
problem.
really, really appreciate you interviewing us,
we've
man.
been
We really,
looking
really do
forward to this.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
And this is all it
definitely.
takes, but
Most
you know,
definitely.
yeah.
Thank you.
So,
We can't wait to share it online, and we'll see you online.
Peace,
Tune into
guys.
us. Much love.
absolutely. Hey, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at Soulo Entertainment, or you can subscribe to my YouTube page at Soulo Entertainment. That is SOULO Entertainment. On Instagram, it's Soulo_ENT, SOULO_ENT.
And he does have a website that I built for him this summer,
Yes.
soloentertainment.com, and that also speaks a little bit more about Solo and the wedding realm that he runs in as well. Because he's an entertainer in so many fields. You can find me as the one and only prana maker anywhere in the world. Just spell it as one word, Prana maker. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Shop me on Etsy. It's hard to find me on Snapchat. Maybe I'll catch you on Twitter next year. That could be my 2019 goal.
Right.
Tweet, actually. All
Sure.
right.
You can also find me on Facebook under Benjamin Scott, Instagram at Benjamin.Scott. You can find me on Twitter at Benjamin Scott 5. Also on YouTube.com under Benjamin Scott Sneaker Jamz. That's JAMZ, not S, Z. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Thank y'all so much for watching this. Now, if you want to know which pair of sneakers should I show y'all on the next episode, or which special guests will come on Sneaker Jamz like these two did, well, like I tell everybody, that's for me to know, that's for them to know, and you guys to find out. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. And as always, this is Sneaker Residence Benjamin Scott saying, I'll see you guys next time.
Yes. Yes.
God bless y'all. Peace. Later.